boys, we go in. And we're on the thumbnail, so we have to watch it.
23rd.
Oh my days. Chad, I missed this moment for a long time, bro. I will pre-like it. Bang. This is what for me Jesus is all about, bro.
And Counter-Strike is dead. Its newest installment, Global Offensive, has pretty much bombed. It's this janky mess of...
I will yap a lot. I hope that's okay. Let me put my cam down because I do see that he has something top left. Like a little time slot. So let me do... Bang. Guys, I will not pause too often, okay? I got you.
The game, it released with fog on some of its maps. Apparently someone thought that was a good idea in a competitive shooter. But thankfully, Valve has brought the game back in-house and has a dedicated team of employees trying to fix it. All 3 of them. But the outlook isn't the best. I mean, how can a shooter like Counter-Strike, which has barely changed since the 1990s, possibly compete with modern games? Well, as it happened, Valve were about to drop a bombshell on the game, an iconic and massively controversial feature that would transform Counter-Strike and get a lot of people very, very interested in it. This bombshell was called the Arms Deal Update. The Arms Deal added a relatively common feature of multiplayer games to Counter-Strike: skins. It was a pretty cool update, or according to certain redditors, an abomination that went against the very concept of what Counter-Strike is supposed to be. But how much could skins actually change for this game? I mean, they're just video game pixels, right? How much of an impact could they really have? Well, in this video, we're going to be diving in to the history of CS2 skins. 10 years of total degeneracy that's made this game like nothing else out there. Let's get into things. Now, this video is sponsored by Skins Monkey. Check out Skins Monkey to quickly and easily...
I'm not gonna skip it. Hey Zeus, this looks like it's fucking tons and tons of hours. Check out the sponsor. I have a competing marketplace. Oh god, oh jeepers. Oh, I can't even say this.
Trade your Counter-Strike
I'm the boss,
skins.
I can.
All you have to do is log in through Steam, add your trade thing, and you'll be...
If you use the site, use this link. Otherwise, the fees are kind of high, but it is what it is.
Be able to use the site. It takes just seconds to trade the skins you want, and if something isn't tradable yet, it can be reserved for you until it is. You can use the code HeyZeus to get a $5 bonus on your first trade, and this code will also give you a 5% bonus if you purchase balance. And on top of that, the site also has daily giveaways. So it's a great site, check it out. Link is in the description. Now, the Arms Deal update didn't contain heaps. There were 8 collections, 2 cases, a built-in slot machine. You could get up to 8 drops a week at the time, but the skins weren't worth anything at that point, so nobody really cared. And pretty much everything else we take for granted wasn't around at that point. No trade-ups, no stickers, no databases. People didn't know what floats or pattern templates were. It was a dark age. So, with a small range of...
Guys, I want to talk so much. Oh, but he's... Okay, oh my god.
skins, low prices.
Back in the day, you didn't even... In the old UI, you couldn't see the float of skins. You only knew the condition. And you had to go inside of the game files. People found out really late what floats actually were. It's crazy, it's crazy.
Missing features. It was safe to say that CSGO skins were still actually miles better than almost any other game skins out there. And they were an instant hit. This shit was fresh, and CSGO had a really good August, and Valve were also quick to add more stuff. Firstly, we got name tags, then in September they added the trade-up contract. At the time it sucked, it literally only worked with 1 case, but within a week, not only had Valve fixed it so it worked with any collection, they'd also released Operation Bravo.
What? Replaced Arms Steel collection contract with trade-up? I didn't even know that! Already worth! Oh my god, bro, this right here, this makes my day. I'm not even kidding. Because this is what I live for, what I breathe for. Counter-Strike, what I spent my whole childhood, my whole half of my life for is CS skins, researching skins, finding new skins when I was fucking 17-year-olds in my room every day after school. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was just for the Arms and Deals collection on release. That is so cool. So cool.
Had Valve fixed it so it worked with any collection, they'd also released Operation Bravo, adding a whole new case, and a new collection. And
99
as Valve
cents.
were busy filling the game up with new skins, there was already a trading community starting to form. People hadn't figured out what floats and patterns were yet, but they had figured out you could use the blue spot on the end of your shit tier case harden to try and convince people it was worth overpay. And two other iconic uses for skins were also rapidly developing: gambling and scamming. On the gambling side, the Dota 2 betting site Dota 2 Lounge had launched its CSGO spin-off, CSGO Lounge.
This side right here, the amount of times that I remember searching for something like a Hyperbeast stat track, right? And then the guy says, selling this M4S stat track factory new Hyperbeast for 20 keys. And you're like, what? This M4, it's worth 30 keys. Like, what a deal of a lifetime. And then you click on the Steam, you click on this little thing right here, and it's a stat track M4 with Hyperbeast, well won. And that was one of the most common scams back in the day. Just a condition swap. Bruder.
And on the scamming side, all sorts of stupid kids were rapidly finding ways to lose their knives to the dumbest of tricks. Luckily, Steam support was there to help and would often restore the lost items, but they didn't always get it quite right. Famously, one agent fucked up the scanned karambit they were restoring, resulting in the creation of the glitched no-star karambit.
Wow.
Not that its owner had any idea how special it was though. In fact, on the 30th of October, he actually sold it on the Steam market for less than a normal karambit was going for at the time.
There's even a Reddit post, Global Offensive Trade. It's what people used back in the day to trade some rare skins, like together with CSGO Lounge. And there's also a post selling no-star karambit. It's always like, have no-star karambit, want amount of keys. And I think he was selling it for 500 keys. And people in the comments were saying like, what is this, 500 keys for vanilla karambit? And he was like, no, but it's no-star. Bro, I know, people thought it was overpriced. Now this knife is so significant, so historic, so unique. 80,000, 100,000?
If only the poor
Couldn't
guy
sell it
knew.
for 1,000.
Anyway, November started off pretty lame with the incredibly boring weapon case 2.
I have to, just so you know that I'm not yapping. Reddit, no star, karambit, global offensive trade. Here. Ooh, okay, good that I'm checking, because I have the history wrong. It was on Reddit, but he was trying to sell it for 1,500 keys. My bad. Look at this, 10 years ago. Half karambit with a white display box and no star. A friend of mine who has asked to remain anonymous has this knife and is looking for some offers. Dude, if his offer is a stat track karambit fade and a stat track karambit slaughter, not sure what exactly is he waiting for. 3,000 for a knife. Good luck though. Jesus. There are a larger number of these. It's not rare. And then it's getting downvoted. If you could show me another one, that would be great. I'm basing the buyout of what he has been offered. Ruffle. And now this knife is like, pff, like people would buy it instantly for 100k, 80k. Jesus, he was just trying to get 2,000, 3,000.
But it would get more interesting towards the end of the month. Firstly, Valve decided to release 6 whole new collections, which replaced the existing weapon collections that dropped in-game. And having binned the OG collections after just 4 months, these new collections would never be replaced, ever. They're still being dropped 10 years later. Secondly, since DreamHack Winter 2013 was happening, the first ever Counter-Strike major, Valve decided to release a special souvenir package that would drop to viewers of the event. And the souvenir package skins had a brand new feature to make them unique: the sticker. Now, these stickers had a big problem. They were shit. They looked bad, they had random sizes and orientations and were also randomly scratched,
Sick.
but it was a concept, and that concept would eventually go.
Did it once and they never did it again. These souvenirs, as he said, they came pre-scraped. Like, why? Like, between, I think, 10 and 15% or some random stuff. Pre-scraped once. They came at different rotations, different sizes. Like, what? And they never did it again.
Places. And then, to round the year out, Valve would give players 2 new cases, including the first ever community case, the Winter Offensive case. And this case was a big fucking deal because every skin in it was...
And look, the first community case, and with the first community case, one of the best most insane skins to this day got released. The 5-7 Kami, aka Pussy Pattern X909. If you know, you know.
Designed by members of the community, not by Valve, and every time the case got opened, these members of the community would get paid for it. This system was absolutely brilliant. Valve got to outsource skin creation to people who could do a much better job than them, the community got better skins, and the artists got to make fucking bank. It was a huge success, and this would lead to talented artists submitting countless numbers of amazing skins to the Steam Workshop in the hopes of being in a future case. And combine that with an absolutely amazing December when it came to the player base, Counter-Strike was ending the year in an amazing spot. And 2014 was set up to be even better. 2014 started slow. Valve actually went for an entire month without catastrophically breaking the game. Naturally though, this couldn't last, and in February, Valve managed to completely ruin CSGO with some changes to the org called the Orgpocalypse, turning the rifle into an overpowered game-destroying piece of shit. Thankfully, Valve did patch this out after a week, but not before org prices had skyrocketed. But this wasn't the only way Valve had just broken CSGO, because at the same time, Valve also released the CZ, a pistol that completely screwed the competitive meta, and this weapon wouldn't be fixed for an entire year. But hey, it did come with a case, one of the worst cases ever released.
Oh, hell
the one
no.
bright spot in all this is that we did get a new operation, and the case that came with it added 2 of...
Bro, what is this poll, bro? How many times will you pause the video? More than 150 times. How is the highest option the most voted for? Like, what are you guys... Bro, I'm not gonna pause it 150 times, bro.
the most iconic skins ever to the game. And
wait, what? You can't hold spacebar anymore to infinite pause.
case that came with
Try to do the funny.
added 2 of the most iconic skins ever to the game. And February had one other addition, the first ever sticker capsule. Unlike the DreamHack 2013 stickers, these are stickers as we know them today, even if they were really lame and no one cared about them. The second capsule that released a few weeks later was a bit more popular, at least it had the crown foil, but this was all just a trial run for the bombshell that was coming in March, and this bombshell was the Katowice 2014 team stickers. These stickers were available in the in-game store.
Bro. Look at this picture. If I was around in 2K15 and if I saw this screen on my PC and I know that I didn't buy any of them, I feel like I would still like hold myself accountable, regret. Jesus. I'm happy that I joined in late 2014, early 2015 roundabout. Jesus, 25 cents. Now, each capsule, $22,000. Bruder. You could have bought how many? You could have bought 50 and you're a millionaire? 50 is what? Times 5. Like 10 euros or something?
For the duration of the tournament, and half the money spent on them would go to the orgs in the capsule. It was a brilliant scheme with just one small problem, and this problem was the community thought these stickers were shit. The sales were frankly minuscule, many buyers forgot they had the stickers or just randomly stuck them on their blue laminates, and famously, the whole event was so forgettable that the only record we have of the sticker sale is this video
Launders, buy them!
Launders accidentally recorded. No, Launders, this is your chance. No, Launders, you can make a fortune. Launders, no! Anyway, I'm sure these stickers won't end up becoming massively important later on or anything. Now, Valve made people wait 2 months for some new skins. That must have been agonizing, but the wait paid off when Valve brought out the Huntsman case containing a brand new knife, the game's first ever penis themed skin, and also a...
Bro. Listen, bro, listen. This is a very professionally made video. The first time we appear, it's, come on, like, why not something else?
A brand new knife, the game's first ever penis themed skin, and also a snazzy new M4A4 made by a talented young artist called Ozzy. Now, this was a real redemption story. Ozzy was an Aussie, previously best known in the Aussie scene for being racist in community servers. But this breakthrough skin, which had apparently been drawn based on his own dog, was a major achievement for this upstanding young individual, and I'm definitely not sarcastically foreshadowing anything right now. May was also a pretty good month for updates. There was a new collection added to the drop pool, trade-up contracts were changed so you could mix collections in a single trade-up contract. Valve fucked this up, by the way, and added an honestly really cool bug that will come up later. And Valve also removed a feature most people probably didn't realize was ever a thing: skin deletion. Yes, once upon a time, you could delete your knife if you wanted to. These days, people will say it was removed because some dum-dums deleted their karambits. But this feature was really ripe for misuse by bad actors, and I'm not surprised Valve canned it. Anyway, June 2014 began with a bombshell
Now you can only like delete cases and stuff, no?
revelation. It turned out the artwork on the HAL was actually someone else's pooch, and that someone else was not very happy about it and filed a DMCA. Valve intervened quickly, removing the HAL from the Huntsman case and replacing it with this piece of shit skin, and they also gave existing HALs a new look and the special status of contraband. This naturally led to the HAL becoming very expensive very quickly, and to this day it is the most iconic and valuable M4 skin in the game. But while all this was happening, another landmark event was quietly unfolding in the background. Actually, maybe quietly is the wrong word here. Basically, a young Swedish man by the name of Ludde recorded himself yelling at the computer screen while he opened cases and stuck the footage of it on YouTube. This concept, which believe it or not was actually a novel and unique idea at the time, turned out to be insanely popular and literally invented an entire genre of content that not only exists to this very day, but countless other content creators would jump onto, everyone from the FaZe guys to Max Mofo to fucking Moist Critical.
What's up everybody, it's Critical. I'm gonna be doing the biggest case opening in CSGO history.
Now, the second
I've
part
never seen that before. I knew that Max Mofo did some... Moist Critical? Well, did he get a knife? Wait. Wait. No. I have to check now. YouTube. Wait. Penguin 0 CSGO case opening. No way.
What's up everybody, it's Critical.
Here you got something good.
Yep, I feel wiener. Please? Oh, yes! Woo! Woo! Finally, yes!
What?
Come on, please. Please, just anything but an abyss, really, at this point.
Why is that?
Just absolutely anything. Great.
Why is it the most watched?
I guess that means another labyrinth. Why not?
Why does he say biggest CSGO case? He's opening at 10 cases.
That is my 1-year-old son. He got into the PayPal, typed in my password, and bought all these keys for these cases. He just didn't know what he was doing. I'd like a refund. It wasn't my fault. And hopefully that'll work so I can get my...
The year was also pretty action-packed. Firstly, Valve fucked with people's inventories by reducing the inventory size limit from 2,400 to just 1,000. Probably because it was causing in-game lag. And because storage units weren't a thing at this point, this made investing in cheap items an absolute nightmare. So a lot of people just didn't do it. July.
Oh my god. A lot of people just didn't do it. Yeah, tell me more about it, bro. I remember sitting in a call. With Headhunter. Are you in the chat right now? He was here earlier today. Please be here. Headhunter will remember, bro. Headhunter will remember. Hyper aware. Nine, he's not here. I was sitting with Headhunter on a call. I don't know if there were other people. And we were looking at cases, bro. We were looking at cases and we were like, holy shit. Like, this makes so much sense as an investment. And one of them was, which we wanted to buy, was, for example, the revolver case. The cheapest case, the cheapest case with the OG knives, aka the $1 million karambit, right? It's the cheapest one by far, or was, because it was 3 cents for years and years and years. And bro, now we're sitting at $169. It was 3 cents, and if you wanted to invest $10,000 into revolver cases, right? You couldn't. Why? Because you needed to make multiple accounts to store those revolver cases on. GG well played. GG well played, bro. And it was just like people that knew coding and knew how to make a ton of alt accounts and how to automate it. Those were the ones that actually pulled off those investments, bro. GG. Hatton, do you remember that, bro? We were in a fucking Discord call, late night, yapping about which cases are good to invest in, bro. But I never did it. I don't know if you did. I never fucking did it because it was too much. Like, you can't do it. Looking at cases. You don't remember? It was go host the man. Most predictions were true. Yeah, of course, bro, because all cases went up. Huh? All predictions were true. What did you call again? You called like the ohnePixel cases. I can't remember.
Also started with
I bought some, but I didn't have more than 10 alts. Yeah, and I had 0 alts. I always had just about all my days.
Operation Breakout. This had a lot of cool skins, although the only ones that really matter are the Dragon Lore from the Cobblestone collection and the Butterfly Knife, and this was followed by another case literally just 9 days later.
Like, bro, just think about it. If you wanted to invest some money into the Rover case, you have on a Steam account 1,000 fucking slots. How many Rover cases is that? Sorry, how much euros of investment is that? 30 euros per account. You had to like it just wasn't worth it. Like you had to do so many accounts, and it's like okay, and if they 2x what, then I have $60. Nice, bro. And they fucking went to 169. There were 3 cents. GG.
And then heading into August, it was major time.
GG.
Now, there's not much to say about cologne stickers other than that Valve invented pick'ems to encourage people to actually buy them, and they put effort into the trophy too. Imagine something like this these days.
Oh.
But the real changes came to souvenir packages. Basically, Valve would change them so each map had its own unique package, and because Valve had shoehorned a broken, busted and unbalanced cobblestone into the game and literally forced teams to play on it using a map randomizer, this meant that souvenir...
What? Told ya, Dust to Inferno, Mirage, new cache overpass Cobble. Don't forget to talk about the V2 method. Best of 1, ban A, ban B, ban A, ban E. Randomized map out of the 3 remaining. What? What is that? I never knew about that. They force people to play the fucking... That is insane, bro. I kind of love that, though. It means that you have to have a bigger map pool. Randomized third map out of the 3 remaining. Even in a BO3. That is insane, bro. That's basically like... Yeah, look, you could only ban 2 maps. That's nuts.
Literally forced teams to play on it using a map randomizer. This meant that souvenir Dragon Lores were now a possibility, if you could get one, and no one even knew what the odds were. The result was a skin that was basically mythical. A couple were definitely unboxed from this major, but they'd basically be a kind of CSGO urban legend for over a year. Anyway, with the Cologne major over, an exhausted and demoralized US team called ohnePixel decided to take advantage of CSGO Lounge and throw a meaningless online match for a few Orb Asimovs. Lounge and throw a...
Is that the actual bet? Potential reward 569, I don't know.
A meaningless online match for a few Orb Asimovs. Lounge was rapidly turning into a nightmare for pro players at the time. It turned out that bettors really like to DDoS the teams they were betting against, so the ohnePixel guys figured, why not take advantage of this shit show? I mean, what were Valve gonna do? Ban them? Now, come September, Valve moved the CZ to the 5.7 slot rather than the P250 slot. This didn't nerf it by that much, although it was a slight improvement, but the main result was P250 prices went up a lot because now the gun was actually usable again. October also saw some interesting developments. Firstly, we got music kits. That's all the attention I'm giving them this entire video, by the way. And secondly, Valve introduced community sticker collections, which were available in-game in the form of these limited time offers. Now, the reason we care about them isn't because they're good stickers. They're not. Sorry, Warrior, but they suck. It's because after 2 to 3 months, Valve would quietly retire these collections from the store, and their prices would start going up a lot. So they turned out to be insanely profitable sleeper investments. What could possibly go wrong? Now, November saw a new operation which was best known for having a really bad case. It also brought back all the same operation collections from Operation Breakout. There was another major with these really ugly block stickers and also literally missing team stickers from this one for some reason, go figure. But following tradition...
This guy. You don't like that, Xappers, do you? Base, yeah, examples. He is hyper invested into DreamHacks. Look how he's trying to spread misinformation. Gigachat DreamHack 2014. Now, you heard him? You heard Jesus? Goofy block stickers.
December had some real spice because another artist just got caught fucking stealing their work. Now, this guy wasn't as brain dead as Ozzy was about it, like it wasn't as obvious, and they didn't post some retarded spiel about how it was based on their pet budgie or something like that, but they still got caught, and a lot of people expected the skin to become contraband and its price skyrocketed. However, it turned out Valve didn't want to reward copyright theft by making the relevant skin super valuable and highly desired, so they proceeded to simply change the artwork instead, which proceeded to fuck over everyone who panic bought the items.
Oh my god! You traded minus Griffin plus Howl. What a trade, bro.
Still, it was a good year for skins, and people were starting to notice just how expensive things were getting. One player, who had apparently decided he needed absolutely everything in the game, finished 2014 by selling his entire collection for over $7,500. $7,500 on video game items. Can you believe it? It was so incredible, there were media articles on it. And it didn't look like things were going to stop in 2015 either.
I remember
2015, in fact, would actually bring some revolutionary changes. Amazing.
Now that's like, now if somebody has a 7k knife glove combo, that's a brokey. Bro, back then, 7k, he just sold 7k worth of virtual items, aka CSGO skins. What? Across all news articles, holy.
Changes, but also the literal worst parts of this entire scene. Let's get into it. 2015 began with the launch of a website called ohnePixel. ohnePixel was a landmark development for the
Dude. Chat, is a lot about it nostalgia, or like there's never been something like this. It has to be nostalgia related. Because like, what is it, bro? Like, this site to me, like, my heart, it starts pounding. This site for me, holy shit. I remember they showed on their front page always the newest listed items. What I did was always relist my items. Like, every 10 minutes, I just, like, pressed unlist and relist. Free front page.
the scene. It was the first major marketplace that allowed players to buy and sell their skins for cash. Players were already doing this, of course, but ohnePixel meant that for the first time, there was a safe and reliable ecosystem to do it in. Skins were turning into real commodities, and trading was getting more sophisticated too. Guides were starting to pop up detailing all the best patterns on skins like blue gems. Terms like the scar pattern were starting to be more commonly used. And in the meantime, Valve would release some of the most legendary knives ever added to the game, the Chroma knives, which included famous finishes like the Sapphire, which really stood out and looked completely different to any other knife. And the first databases were also being created. In February, CSGO Exchange launched, allowing people to track skins for the first time ever. And the same month, we got the Katowice 2015 stickers. These stickers look good and they weren't on sale for very long, which led to them becoming a kind of B-tier Kato 2014, which in this scene is definitely
talking about old sites right now and nostalgia and stuff. Who gets nostalgia when I show you this? Wait. When I show you this. Medgem. Holy macaroni. This site was on another level, bro. Everybody used this for screenshot. It was so fast. And with the old UI, you always had to wait for the knife to turn around. So this is just a better way of showing both sides like fast and everything. And then they got the OP skin sponsor. Oh my, good times. Good times.
Compliment. March didn't see
he
any
sold
new
it to
skins,
OP skins, something like this.
But it did see other big changes. Firstly, Valve updated the trade-up contract to work with StatTrack skins. This smashed the price of good StatTrack skins and dramatically increased the price of bad ones, which did fuck over a lot of people.
Wait. Sorry, chat. Trade-up contract work on Stat. LOL, before they didn't.
The trade-up contract to work with StatTrack skins. This smashed the price of good StatTrack skins and dramatically increased the price of bad ones, which did fuck over a lot of people.
I mean, that's
but
foreseeable.
It was still a good change. And while they were at it, they also halved the number of drops you could get each week in-game. 4 drops a week was still a lot.
They added afterwards because they released something new. Stat track trade ups. Imagine now, one day, update, zack, now you can trade up souvenirs. GG, well played.
In most cases were just 3 cents, aside from some outliers like the Bravo case, but this was the start of a long-term trend that would eventually lead to massive carnage. April saw the Chroma 2 case released, one of the most popular cases in CSGO history, and it also saw a 15-year-old Californian called Trevor Heitman release a video on the 10 most valuable CSGO skins under the moniker McSkillet. He may have gotten literally everything in the video wrong, but it went viral anyway, and Trevor quickly capitalized on his success and built himself a big following. May saw the release of Operation Bloodhound, which brought a new case.
He's part of the reason why I sit here right now, bro. Because he got me into skins in the first place. McSkillet. Every time after high school, I was excited for the new McSkillet video, not gonna lie. Tea with Milk and Sugar, McSkillet, and Ruffle Monster. Those were the people who got me hooked on skins. Hooked.
In 3 new Operation collections, including the first ever Weeb skin, a momentous moment for the game. June saw the formula for determining the wear value of a skin made in a trade-up contract leaked to the public. Some people had already known about this for a while, and they've been using it to print money from trade-ups, and they'll fucking piss their secret was out. But for everyone else, this discovery was a huge W. Cologne 2015 added a new type of sticker, the autograph. They also decided to put their stickers on direct.
Can you imagine, bro? An article like this coming out, bro, where they show how trade-ups work before nobody had any idea, bro. And I remember this article got published, and something like the AK Fire Serpent, because chat, you have to realize, before you didn't know when you did a trade-up, you just slammed in 10 skins. You were like, okay, this one is factory new, this one is minimal wear, this one is factory new. I put together 10 factory news. I should get a factory new outcome, but 9. That's not how trade-ups work. Sometimes, for example, when the float cap doesn't go in the favor of factory new, like the AK Fire Serpent, people did trade-ups. They put in 10 factory new trade-up fillers. But then they didn't get an FN outcome, because look at the float cap, 0.06. It's such a small thing to hit the FN thing. And you need lower float skins in Faction New to get a Faction New Fire Serpent. And people were like kind of like gambling. They were putting like 10 skins together and like, yeah, come on, please be Faction New. And this article dropped, and prices of the Stat Track Faction New Fire Serpent plummeted. Because before it was this rare thing. Oh my god, you got a Faction New one? That's insane. That's super rare. But they didn't know how it worked. They didn't know the math behind it. And then everybody could do the math. They knew exactly what they needed to put into a trade-up. Everybody hit the trade-ups. They etched the floats perfectly. And the Stat Track AK Fire Serpent Faction New plummeted in price. Crazy, bro. Before people were clueless.
But for everyone else, this discovery was a huge W. Cologne 2015 added a new type of sticker, the autograph. They also decided to put their stickers on Dorito chips for some reason, so nobody liked them at all. And September saw yet another massively unpopular release, the Shadow Daggers. Not only did they make you feel massively stupid for walking around with a set of butt plugs in your hand, they also literally shook the screen when you took them out. And at the same time, Valve also nerfed the M4 A1M.
And they kept shaking the screen up until CS2, no? They never fixed it. It was literally unusable if you were trying to like play on a high level. That's why I never use butt plugs in CS. Like it shook the screen. I couldn't use them.
Crashing its price and causing an instant spike in demand for the M4A4. This was just the first of many back and forths between the two.
This chat, also not RL. Also not RL. Bro, I don't know why I pronounced it like that.
At the time, it felt like a major shaker. And in the meantime, people were really starting to notice just how expensive Counter-Strike skins were getting. People like this young lad from North Carolina who called himself Mr. Beast, who released a video talking about how crazy it was that Karambits were selling for $200. Pretty nuts, right? Anyway, Jimmy is an excellent segue here, because increasingly, it was becoming apparent that skins were not harmless, and this poor young man...
This video is legendary, bro. He compares like a Karambit Fade, and he's like, oh my god, guys, look, 1,000 euros. And then he shows an AliExpress Karambit Fade and shows the IRL version that says, like, look how much cheaper it is. Bro.
Would be corrupted. Do you remember that anomaly video from 2014? Well, by this point, our autistic Swedish friend had built a huge career from it, and a lot of people had a look at this fat Swedish guy bringing in views by the millions and decided they wanted some of that action. One of the early participants was Max Mofo, who quickly succumbed to the hobby and uploaded a bunch of very popular gamba content, but he was soon followed by a bunch of grifters who weren't addicted
To the hobby. Bro, should I be proud of having, like, did I invent the hobby? The word? Just the word. Oh yeah, I don't know if I should. It kind of like takes the bad part out of it, which is not good. Oh man, I don't know if. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure someone else came up with it actually. Except, didn't you come up with it? Come on, bro. That's kind of fucked.
to cases but to clout, and saw some easy views by jumping on this trend. And by late 2015, this was popping on YouTube, and it began to intersect with another trend in the scene, because people had also figured out that you could just use CSGO.
Dude, lol. Look at this. 40 pings, 60 shadow cases. You could open like 100 cases, you get like millions of views. That is insane. You can unbox one knife, 4 mil views. Holy macaroni.
And to intersect with another trend in the scene, because people had also figured out that you could just use CSGO skins to make your own fucking casino. This stuff was going on very, very early, all the way back in 2014. I don't have the exact days.
I remember watching this guy, bro. Look at this. One guy in the chat says, OMG 100k. Is he talking about his balance or the viewers? Bro, I can't have been the only one that watched this. No, I remember being hooked to my screen, bro. But it was all just fucking fake. It was fake balance. It was fake wins. It was rigged wins. It was all just fucking RP. Bro, I swear on God, you're dumb as fuck when you're young. And I swear that some of you guys are still probably watching some of the fucking gambling content nowadays. And most of it is still probably just fucking cap. And like fake balance. And it doesn't even matter because they can just get a fucking refill. You lose 10k. Yeah, they just say, hey, give me 10k again, please. I want to gamble again. Like if you're sponsored, it's Bruder. I remember when I was hooked to my screen, hooked. Now I feel like the dumbest dude in the world.
Stuff was going on very, very early, all the way back in 2014. I don't have the exact dates, but it was always there. And while it was low profile at first, with CSGO booming and OP skins growing rapidly, they quickly started getting a lot more attention, not to mention getting thousands and thousands of kids hooked on gambling. And one of those kids was Jimmy. Now, we don't actually care that much that Jimmy's entire future was probably ruined by
juicy edits. Juicy. This is like CS Gambler. Jimmy loved to get it twisted. I've never read this chat. This is new to me. He played a lot of crypto casinos before they were huge in 2K17. I met Jimmy Mr. Beast through McSkillet, and we played a bit of Fortnite/golf with friends. I have a vivid memory of him gambling a lot more money than me while saying mama didn't raise no pussy. That's not Mr. Beast. That's Mr. Beast 6000. Insisting he won't cash out on Crash. Oh, man. But guys, please don't gamble. Great video. I forgot about the donating bit. That was an awesome time. Jesus. Never
his
saw
addiction.
this.
What we actually care about is the massive org who gave thousands of kids life-ruining addictions so they could afford a CSGO team. And that org is called FaZe. The FaZe guys opened some cases here and there doing the whole anomaly but way less entertaining thing everyone else was doing, but behind the scenes they wanted a CS team. The only problem was they couldn't afford it. So to solve this issue, they decided to set up a gambling site and get their 12-year-old fans to lose on it. This whole episode was notorious not just for the fact that FaZe lied about owning the site, but also because they released some of the most transparently fraudulent advertising in the entire history of the game to promote it.
I lost, but
He lost, but he got money.
All before boasting about what they'd gotten away with years later. But hey, it worked, and a few months later, they had their team. And in their defense, they were really just the tip of an iceberg of scumbaggery that was accumulating beneath the surface of the skin scene. And players had much more pressing things to worry about in the meantime anyway. Like the fact that in December, Valve completely ruined the game with the Revolver update. Now, aside from adding the most reviled gun in the entire history of the game, it also added a case that nobody liked at the time, plus some random revolver skins, one of which accidentally got added.
So do I own FaZe now? Because he lost money on Wild. Oh, jeepers. I mean, technically you funded it, yeah, you don't own it though, G.
To the older souvenir packages, creating a
Sorry,
legitimate glitch skin that shouldn't exist. But anyway, soon afterwards the weapon was fixed and it was all sunshine and rainbows for Christmas. All in all, 2015 ended on a high for CSGO. But although people didn't realize it at the time, unfortunately, the honeymoon was about to be over. 2016 started with people being blown away by just how expensive skins were getting. One veteran trader, Milk, even made a video declaring he was getting out of trading because of how stupid it was getting. And to be fair, there were a few big collectors out there like HFB.
All these legends, bro. All these legends. Milk, delicious Milk GG. Do you know what's crazy, bro? He's now one of the most popular TFT players, bro. And he has like, he used to be one of the biggest in the scene. He was doing CSGO lounge bets or something. Like he was him, bro. Now he's a huge TFT streamer. Milk, you know him. He still has crazy skins nowadays. I will quickly show you, just quickly, just for the record. Delicious Milk GG Steam. Guys, should I always show like bits and pieces here and there, or do you not care? Look, this is the guy, bro. Challenger on League of Legends Pro TF2. He has like thousands of viewers. Crazy fucking Twitch following. Look at this. He plays for fucking Delicious Toast. This guy's Toast or something. Look. Look. This was one of the guys early. Like, so deep into the skin scene. Still has like 100k inventory or something. Yeah, 160k just laying around, bro. I asked him like at one point, yo, do you ever plan on selling this? He said like, no. Look at this. Because he gambled a lot on CSGO Lounge. He was him on CSGO Lounge. I think he wasn't he, how do you call it? What do you call all the gamblers in the chat, all the sports gamblers? Like on CSGO Lounge, what you could do is you could shift the odds. So what you did was place a lot of money on a team, right? And then the odds were like 5 to 1.5, even though the 1.5 team is worse. So you were shifting the odds in a way which makes no sense. Like the worst team had worse odds, and then all the clueless people were like, "Oh my god, look, I'm getting crazy odds on this team, even though they should, like, no, I'm putting a lot of, I don't even know, but it's like, and then you change it, you know, and then you shift it, like, and then you exit out your bets from the one team to the other. You understand? I don't fucking know. Something like this. And the clueless people, they bet on, I guess, the team with lower odds, higher odds. You shift the odds. You give yourself better odds because of all the clueless people. Something like this. Doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore because now all the odds, it doesn't depend on what people bet. It depends on what the bookmaker make the odds now. No, not the people. On CSGO Lounge, it was if 1,000 people bet on this one team, like the odds are decided by that. Yes, we got it. All right.
Really pushing prices to stupid places, but as Milk also pointed out, could you trust Valve not to ruin skins long term? After all, they could destroy it all with a single update.
And this is what he did. You could bet and change teams up until like 10 minutes before the match, and he put a fuck ton of money on the one team, and then changed it last minute to the other. And everybody else started betting on this one team because the odds were like, oh my god, 1.05 odds, I'm not making anything on this. And then they start betting on the other team, and then he changes his mass amount on the other team last minute. So scamming? Is it scamming? I don't think so. He's scamming the bookmaker, not any people. Oh?
Anyway, January started off with Valve making a massive quality of life improvement by adding buy orders to every skin on the Steam market. And in February, we got a new operation.
No, he is scamming the people. All the clueless people. He isn't even scamming the bookmaker, is he? I don't know.
Wildfire, an operation of mostly recycled content, which is gonna be a bit of a theme from here. March saw Valve put some real effort into fixing a problem, account security. Basically, they forced people to start using their mobile authenticator app, which had a bunch of security features built into it. Now, this app wouldn't stop you from getting scammed if you were a complete retard, but it did greatly increase.
Bro, since when is you? This is the third time. It's the second time you use Armor, bro. Like, I don't use it no more. Like, bro, that's a holy. What the hell?
That's how retarded you need it to be.
Oh my god,
in return, Valve declared that Steam support would no longer be restoring scammed items, which was a really important development because people had been exploiting this feature to duplicate skins. It was a huge problem that presented a huge risk to the market, and Valve fixed it. March also saw the MLG Columbus stickers released. This introduced the Spice Foil, which people were very certain was definitely going to be the next iBuyPower Holo, and then April brought the Chroma 3 case. This thing had horrible skins and was way less popular than the previous Chroma case, but 2 months later in June, Valve was back with something far more interesting, the Gamma case.
Ooh.
Valve actually held a sci-fi skin design competition for this container, but its real legacy were the Gamma knives themselves, absolute bangers that are classics to this very day. And speaking of banger knives, while
Who remembers as well Max Skillet and the #1 M9 Emerald? I think he bought it like 2 times, 3 times, and you always made a video on it. I remember those. #1 M9 Emerald.
while all this was happening, the most banger knife in CSGO history was about to sell. This was the factory new Karambit 387, and during June, legendary CSGO lounge better New Rage
my
would
God.
take a break from doxing traders he didn't like to purchase this thing for roughly $100,000
Bro.
This was the most expensive trade ever by a
Bro.
mile. Milk's warnings in January had clearly fallen on deaf ears, and all of this might lead you to believe that things were going
Dude, I'm just goosebumps thinking about when this video dropped. Noob Rage, biggest trade. No, where's the old videos? Here.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Bro.
Skillet here.
And where it goes over everything
And,
that he
here's
traded
the
for
new
it.
Brazier screenshot of the #1.
I remember, I
pattern
couldn't believe it.
Knife that he has now. But now I'll be going into every.
And I was like, I remember young me was like, what the hell? He traded this Karambit Blue Gem, this M9 #1 pattern, this AK #1 pattern, this Bowie #1 pattern for just a Karambit. I thought he was stupid back in the day. Oh man. Bro, he traded like almost his whole collection for the one Karambit. Who's the stupid one now?
going well for skins. After all, we're getting sick releases, records are being set, it sounds like an absolute party. But the truth is, things were starting to go seriously wrong.
Was it worth? I don't know. Someone should do the math and should check. That would actually be hella entertaining. Someone make a tweet about it, it will get 1,000 likes, I'm telling you. Someone add up the value of the stuff that Noob Rage traded for the $1.5 million Karambit. I would love to see that. If it's now actually close to 1.5 mil, if it's less, if it's more. Because there was a lot of #1 patterns. I think it's much less. M9 #1 pattern, 50k. Karambit, some #2, like some decent patterns, 50k, 100k here. But 1.5 mil, I don't think so.
It was because of those gambling sites. Now, the gambling scene was absolutely booming. Some streamers, like the extremely popular and 100% authentic Twitch personality Phantom Lord, were pulling tens of thousands of viewers by degenning on these sites. And you can tell by the comments that the audience fucking loved it. But that love was about to be
Look at this. Look at these comments.
the viewers by degenning on these sites. And
Dude, I fucking enjoy watching it. Why do you care? Just don't watch it if you don't like it. No reason to give people shit because they have different taste than you. Actually, fair. I think it's entertaining to watch. Dude, I remember. No, wait. I think it's private. But let's just say, like, I remember talking to someone who I think it's okay if it's. I'm just not gonna mention the name. Who visited Phantom Lord, and he had like crazy security and stuff, like outside of the house and shit. Like, and back in the day, as a Twitch streamer, was like unheard of. He lived in Vegas.
you can tell by the comments that the audience fucking loved it. But that love was about to be destroyed as the fraud began to be exposed for what it
Leaked.
actually was.
Bro.
It all started when the OG Counter-Strike player Mo accidentally outed himself for cheating during his sponsored gambling streams when he got into a fight with said sponsor on social media.
Oh, no.
This was not a smart move and it blew up in his face, although it was still just a minor scandal. The next scandal though was not minor. Call of Duty scumbags, Team Martin and Syndicate
That is a scandal deluxe.
got caught pretending to be sponsored by a site they actually owned. leading to them being fucking cooked by people like H3H3 and Moist Critical. And to wrap it all up, that Phantom Look guy I mentioned earlier got caught secretly owning a site and rigging it as well. This was a very not good look, and in response, Valve sent out a cease and desist to every single gambling site they could possibly find before engaging in a massive campaign to ban the bots of these sites. Some sites like OP Skins did escape the chaos, but this, combined with a sharp drop in the game's player base, caused hysteria, and by the end of July, skin prices were crashing. It was a dark month. People had been woken up to the fact that their game was mortal, and Valve could destroy skins if they wanted to. But Valve liked money, and that wasn't what they wanted. And after about 2 months of doom and gloom, people started coming back to their senses, and the market began to pick up. Although Valve had killed off some of the big sites, including CSGO Lounge itself, they hadn't actually killed off gambling. It wouldn't be the same again, but it definitely hadn't been killed off. And people stopped being terrified of Valve, mostly because they were too busy being angry at them instead. August saw us get the Gamma 2 case.
Chad, can I say the OG story again, bro? About when I played on a gambling site? Please, and I actually made like tens of thousands. It was the time where I literally like tripled my inventories. I will say it quickly, very, very quickly. CSGO House, they didn't just have normal casino games. They also had rock, paper, scissors, bro. And there were always the same people playing. It was certain amount of people, like some degen gamblers, right, who just kept playing. And I had, like, I was like 18 or something, 17. And I had like a notepad on paper. And I wrote down everybody's name who played. And what they picked first, what they picked if they lost, what they picked if they won, and it was more like it wasn't random what they picked because it's still humans at the end of the day, no? Like it was always real people. And when I saw like there was always people putting up a match for like let's say $50, and I saw a name on my list, bro, I joined it and I check what they usually pick first. I just picked the counter, and I swear to God, like my win rate was probably like 65%, 70, I don't even know, bro. Let's just say like the inventory went up quickly, and I was very sad when CSGO House went down.
This was basically a slightly worse game.
Rock, paper, scissors, holy.
Case and didn't get that much attention, but October saw something much more controversial: graffitis. Now, the graffitis themselves are completely forgettable. They're not bad, just boring. But people were outraged because in older versions of Counter-Strike, custom graffitis have been a completely free feature. Now, shockingly, Valve didn't want people flooding the game with their custom porn graffitis, and they weren't really actually charging that much for graffitis either. I mean, they dropped for free, but Redditors needed to be angry, and graffitis were the new enemy of the week. Now, November saw Valve...
Don't buy this. Don't buy skins. Don't buy compendiums. Don't buy any of the extraneous shit Valve makes with the primary purpose of extracting as much money from its player base as it can. Oh, and use GeoGi when... What is GeoGi? The fuck? Is it like a skin changer or...
Graffitis were the...
Stop playing if you really want to send a message. Yo. It's a game site. GeoGi. I don't know what that is. And you had... It's a game launcher for Counter-Strike? Lol.
New enemy of the week. Now, November saw Valve do something genuinely a bit more shitty. All those sticker collections that they were releasing and then quietly discontinuing on the in-game store, Valve brought them all back, all of them in unlimited numbers. A lot of these stickers had gotten extremely expensive, and the people who invested in them got fucked in one of the most spectacular crashes in Counter-Strike history. The same month, Valve...
Bro, we should be happy that this wasn't like the only time that they did that. Like, this shows that they don't have the mentality of, oh shit, we had this one time, we can never re-release it again. Like, for example, if you had in Fortnite, things like the Skull Trooper, all of a sudden it gets re-released. Of course, you get a purple variant, but still. League of Legends, you had crazy rare skins. All of a sudden, you mystery boxes, anybody can get rare skins now. CS, they did that as well with stickers, but they never did it again. They never re-released any cases. They never re-released any souvenir cases of old maps. They make new souvenir collections.
One of the most spectacular crashes in Counter-Strike history. The same month...
Yet. Don't say that.
Valve also added gloves, and believe it or not...
Imagine, weapon case added to the case pool. All of a sudden, weapon case 1 with AKK Sun, Scar pattern, zack, €1 on the Steam market, bang.
These things were controversial, partly because they
oi.
were as rare as knives, but also because they had wear values. I know, wear values, just like every other skin in the game. How evil. I guess gloves didn't need to be extremely rare special items, but they are, and everyone is used to it now. But at the time, people truly were molding about it, and the glove case wasn't that popular. It took quite a while for gloves to take off. But despite Redditors frothing at the mouth at Valve's evil updates, by the end of 2016, things were looking up. The market had recovered, playing numbers had recovered, and we looked set for a fantastic 2017. And shockingly, we got it. 2017 kicked off with a banging major, E-League Atlanta, which featured some unusually good-looking stickers.
Yeah.
The following month, McSkillet released a video detailing how the bug in the trade-up contract I mentioned back in 2014 worked. This was not a new discovery, I'd known about it for about 6 months by this point, but it was a very powerful exploit, and now it was out there to the public. In March, Valve released the Spectrum case. This was a very popular case with some...
Who remembers when McSkillet did an April Fool's video, the yearly McSkillet April Fool's video to crush the market on... Now you can trade up 2 golds. And people were buying out chameleons like there's no tomorrow. He said in the April Fool's video, was very well edited, that you needed 10 reds to make a random gold. Is that video still up? McSkillet April Fool's gold trade up. New reds to knives trade up contract update.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Whoa.
McSkillet here with another CSGO video. Expensive, not too expensive though.
Look at this.
Oh my god! What? We just got a Karambit Sapphire from a trade-up contract?
No way.
What the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna test this out in game. 1 sec, guys. Alright, so here's the...
And it didn't say April Fool's, of course, when he released it. Like, he put that like 2 days later or something. And the Auk Chameleon, completely Auk Chameleon Steam Factory New. I don't know if you can still see this. Let me see if we can see the bump, the McSkillet April Fool's bump. 9, not really. What the fuck is this bump? 1 sold. Ah, schade Schokolade. Ah, schade Schokolade. When was it? I wonder why you can't see it. Like, it was ridiculous. Remember, it was like, I don't know, like $40 an AUK or something. But it always gets averaged out of the day, I guess.
very nice skins and some very, very nice knives. And oh,
2K16. 2K16. 2K16 April. 2K16. 2K16 April. Maybe if we zoom in, wait. Like here. Guys, that can't be it. Oh, it is it. 200 sold, 300 sold. April Fool's Day, 5,500 sold. Yeah, but it shows only the average. Ah, I wonder what the highest point that day was. Like how high it reached. Nice $40. 9, it gets averaged out. It gets averaged out. Bro, if it was all the 5,000 sold during the day, and there was still so many listed for 2 euros, 3 euros. Caught in 4K. Yeah, this chat.
over the next couple of years,
Bro,
its existence.
I feel like I'm like an old grandpa who can't remember the story like from back in the day. But I swear to God, guys, it was maybe not 40, 30 or something. I swear to God.
would
It gets averaged out.
massively inflate the value
5,000, the average of that sale. It peaked much higher than, like, bro, you're nuts.
of butterfly knives. A nice butterfly went from being $200 to being more like $2,000. During April, Valve increased the maximum balance your Steam wallet could hold from $400 to $2,000. This was a huge improvement. The old limit was utterly terrible. In May, Operation Hydra was released.
I remember you couldn't sell things higher than $500 on Steam. So Orb Dragon Laws, it was always like the price was going up, and at one point was like, whoa, now like what now? Like this skin is worth more, and people didn't know where to sell it. And of course, you do it on the fucking marketplace. Imagine, bro, if Valve was still like pushing fully against marketplaces and stuff, because it is against TOS, like kinda. They want you to use Steam, but without marketplaces, Orb Dragon Law wouldn't be like, where would you sell it for fucking thousands?
Now, this operation was mostly recycled content, but it did block its drops behind these really annoying co-op missions against bots. And because the missions sucked so much, it meant this operation didn't produce that many cases or skin drops. 2 months later, in July, PGL Krakow rolled around, introducing gold autographs for the first time.
Wow.
These were pretty well received too, and while all this was happening, gambling sites were continuing to chug along, producing massive profits and continuing to get huge numbers of kids hooked on the gambler. Now, Valve was constantly trying to combat them by banning their bot accounts with generally pretty limited success. However, during July, there would be a very unexpected casualty of this war, and this casualty was a site called IGXE. IGXE was the Chinese version of OPSkins, a truly massive marketplace, and Valve banned all of its bots completely without any warning or explanation. Now, this lost a ton.
Bro, guess who lost some money on IGXE as well? Bruder, because I was always using, and I was so proud of knowing the market so well of these Chinese sites, because it wasn't back in the day. People didn't know about Chinese marketplaces. They were using OPSkins, that's it. And I was using Buff before Buff was a thing, and you had to use Chinese ID in order to get there. You had to use Chinese phone number, else you couldn't sign up for Buff. I was using Buff and IGXE, and I had skins always listed on Buff and on IGXE. Like some on Buff, some on IGXE. And IGXE, I lost a 5/7 Blue Gem, an AK Redline Aberpower Holo, and some other random shit. I have as well lost thousands to fucking IGXE, which are still to this day on a fucking bot. And they kept saying, yo, we will cash out people. We will give money to the people who are affected. And it was like, oh my god, Golden Kappa hype train. Dude, Twitch has been blessing me recently. What the hell? This is second Golden Kappa hype train like this week. Twitch Prime if you want free Golden Kappa. And what was I saying? Ah, yeah. And they kept saying, yeah, you're on this batch. Your batch will be like in 6 weeks or something. You will get some money back. You will get like, I don't know, $500 or something, even though the items were 2,000. I listed the wrong items. I had items that had stickers on them. They only paid for liquids. But I never saw that money. I swear I never saw that money. I always looked at the site like, okay, my batch is coming now. I never saw the money, I swear. I think they just did it to tell people like, yeah, come on, like in 6 weeks you're getting it. 1 week more, up until you forget about it. Because time forgets everything.
Ton of people, a ton of money. IGX staff apparently tried to meet Valve in person to beg to get unbanned or something like that, but it was no use. The bot stayed banned and users lost millions in the process.
Man.
And this led to a ton of conspiracy theories because at the time, Valve was only a couple of months away from an official launch of CSGO in China, and people started accusing Valve of basically trying to take out competition in the region so any new players signing up to the official client would use the Steam market instead. Although the truth is that the fucking morons just put
nice that Twitch gives a Golden Kappa hype train now, bro. When it's something for the YouTube, bro, where the chat is kind of nice to have, no? Like, zack, else I could just do a reaction off stream. Yeah, nice. Now the whole chat is Kappa. Ach, Bruder. Yeah, nice timing. Oh my god. Do I wait until the Golden Kappa hype train is over? Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Guys, don't stop. Let the hype train end, bro. Oh my days. Mods. Delete Kappa for the time being. Is there a way? Add block turn Kappa? Actually do it. Kappa and Kappa Klaus. Mods. Momo / add block term. You know the command? I don't know it, bro. It's like a goofy one. Yeah. Wichtig. And cup. All the ones. And chat, stop trolling. Else timeout. Zack.
the gambling mechanic.
Be an insightful chat for the YouTube frogs. Say something clever. Say something nice. In Omega Lul, if Jesus pops a joke. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's make the reaction entertaining, shall we? I'm trying my best here with 1,000 pauses. All right? Now it's your turn.
Panic on their site. In the meantime, we also saw a slowdown in the skin economy. Prices and volumes dropped, although it did kinda just seem to be a seasonal thing. Now, in September, the official Chinese release of CSGO finally happened. This didn't change much, like people in China were already using the game, but it did force Valve to officially release the odds of cases. And to absolutely no one's surprise, it turned out the odds were really, really shit. They also released the Spectrum 2 case, which wasn't as good as the first Spectrum case, although it wasn't terrible either. During November, something interesting happened though. Operation Hydra ended, and to everyone's surprise, the Hydra case was discontinued with it. This was probably because the operations drop system meant that not many of these cases actually got dropped, and Valve always canned the least popular active case, but given its rarity and the fact that it had banger skins, its price skyrocketed, which was really unusual at the time since most cases were only 3 cents. And speaking of prices skyrocketing, well, with the year heading into December, prices across the entire market started picking up. I was selling on OP skins at the time, and it was a lucrative fucking month. In addition, despite Valve's best efforts, the whole gambling site thing was still producing rivers of gold and new sites were still popping up everywhere. Just ask McSkillet. That year, he launched 2 of them. So, all in all, it was a great year for the game.
Man.
People were optimistic, the player base was stable, the market was steady, the gamba was powering on, and it seemed like 2018 could only get better. But the truth is, old Counter-Strike was about to die, and things would never be the same again. 2018 kicked off with the E-League Boston Major. This major stickers were a...
Chat, how big were the Phantom Lord streams? I never checked. Because now we know, okay, like 10k viewers, that's a lot. 50k viewers, whole Twitch knows about it. 100k viewers, it's insane, whole world knows about it. How big were Phantom Lord streams? I have no idea. I remember that I was hooked to my screen. Can I still check Phantom Lord? Can I somehow check it? What's his name? I don't know if it's possible. Phantom Lord. 9. Or is the O like this? 9. Is there no way to check? Phantom Lord viewer count. How come Phantom Lord have 10k viewers? Phantom Lord reached 80k viewers on Twitch. There we go. We're watching him gambling for an 80k pot. 80k viewers. That is insane, especially for back then. I think back then that was like, that's like one of the world records on Twitch. I think there was much less, like that everyone had. Dude, I fucking enjoy watching it. Why? LOL, that's the comment that Jesus showed. Lul. That's insane.
A disaster for Valve since 2 of the teams dropped out of the event after the stickers were released, leading to some short-lived market hysteria around the discontinued stickers, but the event...
It was viewbotting for sure. Bro, viewbotting, it's like... I swear on God, why are we like this, chat? It is something more interesting. Like, if a stream has 50k viewers compared to 5k viewers, it just is. Because you know that so many other people are there as well. It's a weird feeling. Oh, man. And as a young... like, back in the day, you didn't even know, like, was it viewbotting or not? Why are you saying 1? Hey, yo. No. Whoa. You guys about bots or what? Like, this whole embedding stuff and shit. I heard Asmongold as well. Like, it makes sense if you do it. Like, why not? If Twitch doesn't do anything about it, like, if it's fucking legal. It is a win-win. I remember Face had asked me, like, yo, do you want to be on our side like the whole time? So there will be an additional fucking plus 10k viewers or something, or 15k viewers. And then you show the sponsors the numbers, and it's like some of them don't even know what's going on. Like, because I remember as well there was a fucking company who reached out to me and was like, yo, we want to give you this deal. We already have this guy on board. I was like, this guy's blatantly viewbotting. Are you kidding me? And then they were like, wait, what do you mean? We just paid almost all of our fucking budget on this guy. And I was like, are you serious? Bro, it's the companies are clueless, and fuck the companies. But like, if you have all normal viewers, it's like you're always at a loss. It's on Twitch, you get more discovered. It's just all more. GG. Snitch. Bro, I had to, like, it was the most blatant thing ever. And then I never did something like this, and then I felt like what the fuck? You offer me the same as the guy who has, like, 100 real viewers, and then, I was like, what the hell is going on? and it's the guy. I don't really like him either. Like, yeah, Elsnitch. Nein, bro. It's Dima knows. Starts with. I'm not gonna say it.
Itself was a banger, largely because of the crazy way Cloud9 managed to win it. At the time, the man for Skadoodle was so intense that a Russian gambling site owner
The thing
paid...
is, you don't even know who it is because it's like he only has fake viewers. Nah, Dima, it's not you. Dima, I can share you on Discord, bro. Like then you know here, zack, bang. If you know, you know. Check right now, bro. I'm deleting message in 3, 2, 1. Vamos.
$60,000
Yeah, he
for a
knows.
souvenir Skadoodle Dragon Lore, a purchase so famous that it even got featured on
Leaked.
Adult Swim. And as he reviewed the record-breaking viewer numbers at the Boston Major, 3 Clicks filler would prophetically declare,
But it's not like I'm actively fucking like snitching. He still has now crazy sponsors that probably pay him numbers that he could only dream of with the real view account. Like it was only one occurrence because it was like they came to me and I was like what's going on? Like what the hell? Are you aware? That's the only time I ever mentioned like he has many other sponsors now and I don't give a shit. Game is game. Let him do it. It's their fault if they don't have a guy that researches and knows what a view button looks like. Their fault.
Game's doing well. Let's be happy for a moment.
before spending the remaining 80% of his video trying to come up with ways to argue that the outlook was actually bad. It couldn't have been more on point. February itself was pretty good. The clutch case introduced the Vice gloves, an absolute classic to this very day. Prices and playing numbers were hovering around record highs, but the happiness wouldn't last. Because at the end of March, Valve
It's not Loba.
would fuck
Loba, I don't think is crazy. I don't think he's viewbotting. Loba is not viewbotting. Loba is just. It's just he probably has a deal with Faceit or something where they embed him on the side, like what they told me, like yo, we can have you on the side and stuff. Because he is, I think, if you check Faceit.com, he is always like up there with the stream. I think that's the only thing. And embedding is legal. Like, I don't think he's viewbotting, bro. Clueless? 9, bro, 9. I really don't think so. Why would he viewbot? If he would, why would he go to 1.5k and not fucking 10k? You know? I don't think so, bro.
everybody.
It's just tons of giveaways and there may be some bots of other people because they want to bot the giveaways. A combination of Faceit and that because it's a lot of giveaways. Giveaways as well gives you some like increased numbers.
Adjustments
If you have giveaway
to
and title, it's always a plus 500, plus 1k at least.
map and trade. This notorious update would destroy trading as people knew it, send the game into a tailspin, and basically serve as a kind of mass extinction event for the game skin community. Now, all this update did was add a 7-day cooldown whenever you traded a skin, which may not sound like a big deal, but the entire ecosystem was built around being able to trade stuff instantly. So this just obliterated everything. And I mean obliterated. Most participants in the market saw something like 90% of their profits disappear overnight.
Dude.
Valve claimed this was to combat frauds and scams, but
I remember I thought it was all over, bro. And everyone did. The 7-day trade hold. I remember young me, bro, joining the group on Steam. If you know, group against the Steam trade hold. Bro, like a petition type group on Steam, and it had like 50, and it had a crazy amount of members, bro. I remember joining that shit. Oh my god, bro. Prices plummeted, bro. Everyone was like, nah, this is the end. Jesus.
most people interpreted that to mean gambling sites, and unsurprisingly, this was followed up by a massive ban wave against the bots being used by the entire gambling system. Millions upon millions of dollars of skins were lost, including the $60,000 Skadoodle Dragon Lore that was bought just a few months earlier. Nice. People also realized that McSkillet was trade banned too, and actually had been for quite a while, a couple of months.
Watch Games TV, like YouTuber. I don't got any info about when he got banned. So Minus McSkillet has been banned for months now, Lamau. I don't know why it took this long for the news to come out. Lol.
Earlier, he'd been hit when his phone number was used on one of the bots on his gambling site. Not that it mattered to him, he had $10 million in crypto and decided to move on to a Fortnite project. But in the meantime, the entire community was apoplectic. Trading, as they knew it, had just been fucking destroyed. The market absolutely tanked, player numbers also tanked, and it really did start to seem a bit like the end times. A lot of people quit, never to return. But of all the people fuming at what Valve had just done to them, the angriest of all was OP Skins. OP Skins had been the cash-out vector for the entire gambling ecosystem, and this update had cost them an ungodly amount of blood money, and they did not take the situation lying down. Now, initially their reaction was just to release propaganda blog pieces pouting about what Valve had done, straight up lying about how big the
Wait, what? 2018 has been a roller coaster, blah blah blah. A touching interview from the MVP, and of course, subscribing 61k Dragon Lore sale. Valve implemented 7-day trade lock, and it's had a massive impact. Total volume of Steam item trades and Steam community market sales, it was evident, blah blah blah. Here, with some going as far as going to launch a change.org petition, which received more than 150k signatures. I'm pretty sure I'm one of them.
propaganda blog pieces pouting about what Valve had done, straight up lying about how big the impact of playing numbers actually was and stuff like that. Reddit would praise them for their objectivity, but Valve were unmoved, making it clear that they were fine with the outcome and wouldn't be changing shit no matter how many signatures that petition got. But OP Skins had another trick up their sleeve, something called Express Trade. This was an internal trading system for skins on their bots that gambling sites could interface with, which in theory would let them resurrect the entire industry. It might have worked, except Valve proceeded to immediately step in and ban all of OP Skins bots, killing it.
Express Trade was smart as fuck as an idea. It was basically, because it was the #1 marketplace, they knew that they almost already had so many skins on their bots. If you had a skin on your OP Skins bot, and another guy had a skin on an OP Skins bot, instead of taking the skin out of OP Skins and trading on Steam, you traded on OP Skins. You understand? So it was, you were always trading inside of OP Skins, and they kept track of all the trades, and that way you had no trade hold only when you took it out of OP Skins. You know, which is of course allows then gambling sites to do all of their stuff. And if you had like another guy who had skins on OP Skins, smart idea. Valve didn't like it though.
It all right there and then. OP Skins would throw one final Hail Mary by inventing their own knockoff crypto-based VG.
This I don't understand, chat. Like, they were the kings, bro. They were doing everything so smart, and then VG. What the fuck is this, bro? I remember seeing like. So, what some karambit dragon tail, and then like what's even going on? What is even going on?
Geo skins which couldn't be used in
Like,
game
what is that?
in the hope that gambling addicts wouldn't care and just keep up the gambler, but this didn't work, so they exited the space to focus on the VRL grift instead. But the truth is, OP Skins had just thrown away a fortune, because CSGO was not dead, not even close, and missed all the destruction. Things were getting back on track. The same month OP Skins was banned, Valve would announce the Panorama UI, a very badly needed overhaul to CSGO's UI that made the game.
Now in retrospect, 7-day trade hold, the best thing that could have ever happened to Counter-Strike. You understand? The whole gambling fiasco, it is much less now because there is so many annoying roadblocks with the trade hold. Regulation-wise and everything, like just to put it out there, like, hey, we do have the 7-day trade hold. A lot of gambling sites now don't function anymore the way they did. Guys, CS skins gambling with all the coin flip sites were huge. They're still big, but do you remember, like, skins was gambling back then. It was coin flips. It was roulette pots and stuff like these fucking. Bro, it was so much bigger. It was crazy. It is still huge, but it was almost everything.
Not look like it was from 2005 anymore. A user called Frankfurter also pulled off a pretty impressive feat. He crafted a dragon lore with a .0000133742069 float, a skin with such a low float that it's basically impossible for another dragon lore to ever beat it. In August, Donald Trump would.
Which Sparkles is trying to beat, by the way. I'm not a fan of that. That's the only time where I hope that Sparkles not hits a trade up. Sorry, Sparkles, you're my friend. But this is a piece of history. This float right here. The story behind the Dragon Lore. That is Frankfurter from Alaska, friend of mine as well, who started, I think, with grays in the trade up. He traded up from grays to light blues to like it was months and months and months of dedication. of finding the right skins, of assembling the formula, what floats you need to make this perfect 0.133769420 float. Did I get that right? No, other way around. 133742069. That's the number one op triangular. Holy macaroni. And he tried to sell it for the longest time. He only ever put it for sale on 420. On the 20th of April, the 420 day, and he put it for sale always for $42,000.69 or something for the meme. He was always about memes, and it never sold. And then he sold it for what? Like, what did he sell it for? 30K or something? My days, the number one op dealer. Come on, he regrets the sale heavy. A Brazilian YouTuber bought it. He sold it for 30 fucking K. Jesus, it's worth so much more. Like, that's a really bad sale.
To the Dragon Lore with a 0.0000133742069 float, a skin with such a low float that it's basically impossible for another Dragon Lore
Cachorro owns it now. Cachorro. Brazilian YouTuber.
To ever beat it. In August, Donald Trump would send the Turkish currency into a tailspin by saying some mean words on Twitter. This suddenly meant that keys which you could purchase in Turkish lira were 30% cheaper for Turkish players, and these players quickly started dumping them on the market for a profit. Valve would quickly fix this, but this was the start of an increasingly annoying problem for them with exchange rates. We also got a new case that month which wasn't very good and I'm not going to talk about. In September, Valve added 2 new collections of skins for the London 2018 Major. These were initially just meant to be souvenirs, but they'll soon added to the main drop pool as well. In October, Valve would slash the price of the AUG and the SG to try and get people to use them more in game. This didn't really change anything yet, but ultimately this would have a big effect. And in December, Valve dropped their biggest bombshell yet, the free-to-play update, plus the Danger Zone case. This update saw player numbers absolutely skyrocket. The market also picked up as well, and one other little December tidbit. A Chinese collector called QKSS got a couple of $1 million of skins VAC banned, including some really rare and one-of-a-kind stuff. Nice, bro.
Bro, QKSS, I miss him, bro. I miss him. This guy right here, allegedly connected to the Chinese government. We don't know how close, but he is in some way. He got VAC banned. He also got before scammed of a friend who wasn't his friend. His name was Crown Guy, had a Crown name. And he borrowed a ton of skins from QKSS and then just kept them. What did QKSS do? Well, the guy got locked up. He borrowed, like, I don't know how much, like 50K to 100K of his skins. I think more to 100. And it was the first time where it was in the news that someone got locked up to prison because they scammed CSGO skins. Crazy. And then QKSS later on, I think on that account, got VAC banned because he, I think, borrowed an account out to a streamer. It's very normal in China. And then the streamer was cheating on it or something. That's the alleged, like, story on it. And he got locked up with skins that are nowadays worth millions. 4x Titan holo stuff, Iber Power holo stuff, everything 4x, everything number 1 blue gem pattern, and so on. Number 1 lowest float skins, everything. Highest of the highest. Would be the best inventory nowadays by far, not even close. And he didn't stop after that. He made a new account and started collecting again. I think he deleted me off Steam. Yeah. But then, Anna, here. This one is banned. This one is also banned. On the new account, he deleted everyone. This is one of his old accounts. VAC banned. He came back and dropped another, I think, like, close to 1 million, maybe. He has, like, 4x Titan holo, 4x Reason holo, 4x Iber Power holo. All unapplied. And some crazy applied ones as well. So he came back after those 2 huge losses.
It's not super important, but I couldn't leave this.
And now he's just chilling. Now he's just Did he get scammed or something as well? Well, I don't know. I think he may have gotten fucked one more time. I can't remember.
Little bit out. In any case though, despite all the chaos of 2018, 2019 was suddenly looking really good. There was a very real sense that this game had a future, a bright one. And with the old CSGO truly behind us, there would be no going back. Now, 2019 is a pretty important year because it's the year that the Chinese scene really took over the skins market. There's no one clear moment when it happened, it was a gradual process, but to briefly explain it, over the course of the year, a Chinese site called Buff163 would come to overwhelmingly dominate the market. This was driven by two things, the growth of CSGO in China and the fact that theyese Chinese players had fuckloads of money. It also saw the gradual development of a new type of
And if you're from China, maybe you can confirm or deny. I mentioned this before because I talked to some Chinese collectors. Why are there so many rich Chinese collectors? Why are you all spending so much money on CS? Because crypto is banned in China. The housing market is fucked. You invest into ghost towns, like apartments are getting built, but nobody will ever live there. You just buy a fucking thing there for 100K and you call it an investment. The investment opportunities are very, very slim. So what a lot of Chinese people do is invest into skins. Because as well now you can like rent them out. It's kind of big. In our scene, it's not common anymore. There it is. And yeah, I guess it snowballed. People started saying, yo, I bought this Orb Dragonlord, now it's worth $1,000 more. Zack. It's so many Chinese collectors now.
These Chinese players had fuckloads of money. It also saw the gradual development of a new type of trading which would come to be known as cash trading. This was basically a glorified instant cash out service which suddenly had quite a lot of utility in a market that was a lot more annoying and illiquid than it had been in the past. To this day, these two things define the skins market. Buff163 is the biggest marketplace and most traders are cash traders.
Yeah.
Now, after such a huge end to 2018, the game was quiet on the update front for a few months. In March, the Katowice 2019 major rolled around. This major ruined souvenirs by turning them into an unlimited purchasable commodity, and it also let me make multiple videos about penises, and also saw the ore get a shit ton of use. So much so that Valve actually decided to increase its price about a week and a half after the event ended, which caused the price of its skins to abruptly plummet. March also saw the Prisma case released, one of the best cases released in quite a while, and April had its own interesting development. Namely, a casino run by an Indian tribe in Washington sued Valve to literally try and shut down CSGO skins and seize all the money ever made by Valve from skins existing.
What?
As you might have noticed, skins are still a thing, so they weren't very
I do not know about that. Holy.
successful. And while all this was happening, prices across the entire market, and Kato 2014 skins in particular, were steadily going up. In July, one trader called ohnePixel, who was sort of this niche Twitter personality,
Yo guys, what's going on? It's ohnePixel here.
Yo, listen, bro. Yo, at least ask me if you can include like this AI voice of mine. Oh no, dude! Like in front, like bro, like ask me, bro. Oh my days! Don't I have these videos unlisted or something?
decided to take advantage of the strong market and sell off his ×4 Mac.
Okay. The two times we appeared in this video so far about the history of Counter-Strike skins. One, about the dick pattern Huntsman. Fair. Second time, old, cringy voice, AI by the way, and one of the sales that I regret the most, Mac 10 Heat. Jesus, do we need to talk?
10 Reason Holocraft for
We can figure this out.
$3,300. There were a few warnings he regretted, but he generally wasn't too bothered. I mean, it's just a skin, right? It's not like people are going to remind you about it for years and years afterwards. And at the same time all this was happening, the SG553 was rapidly catching on in the
Chat, shut your mouth. Bro, bro, you are so stupid. You are not his fault, you sold it. Bro, you're just getting timed out, bro. See you in 60 seconds, dog. And I don't even feel bad about that. Don't say, oh my god, L streamer for banning him. Bro, nah, he deserves it, bro.
the competitive meta, causing the prices of its limited range of skins to absolutely skyrocket. In August, there was another exchange rate kerfuffle, this time involving the Argentinian currency imploding. Again, key prices crashed on the market as Argentinians enthusiastically bought and resold them. And the following month, severely pissed off with this exchange rate problem, Valve would update the game to make keys tradable, tacitly blaming money laundering for the problem, even though it was obvious they were just sick of this exchange rate bullshit. Oh, and the same month, the CS20 case was released, a unique golden case celebrating Counter-Strike's 20th birthday, and it also marked the biggest gap ever between case releases, 219 days. Now,
Wow.
this gap had definitely been accompanied by a lot of whinging. People weren't happy about the lack of updates, even though overall the game was doing pretty good. But heading into—
Do you know what's the aware part now? In retrospect, because 4 years ago we said, oh my god, Valve, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, where's the updates, bro? Where's the updates? Because we're also talking no operation and what else is there? Like, maps was all kind of slow. This whole time, they were cooking on CS2. This whole time they were cooking on CS2. Bang.
November, it quickly became apparent why there'd been no updates. Valve had been cooking. Firstly, they released the storage unit, which allowed people to keep up to 100,000 items in their inventory, an extremely useful tool that we'll get onto later. Secondly, and much more importantly, Valve released the first operation in over 2 years, Operation Shattered Web. This release was
Dude, I can't wait for the first Operation CS2 after the major, bro. Holy.
massive. There was a new case, insane new collections, agent skins, co-op missions, and a new drop system. Now, there was a small problem with the agents being invisible for a bit.
He didn't see me! He didn't see me!
This would get fixed, but it wasn't great. And at the same time, they have also increased the price of the SG553 back to $3,000. A lot of people were asking for this change because this weapon had basically rendered the AK obsolete. People suddenly realized it was better all along. But as the skin prices show, it quickly turned out this nerf was not enough to end this weapon's domination of the competitive meta. Anyway, in general, Counter-Strike was ending the year in an amazing place. Famous stickers like the Titan Hollow had gone from roughly $4,000 to about $10,000.
Oh my god, bro. Dude, I owned 3 Titan Holos and an Iber Power Holo. And I bought them for what? For like 4,000 each. And I sold them for like I don't know. I think that I only made it. I don't know if I bought them for 4K. I bought them, but I sold them for like 1K profit. I sold them for, I can't remember, like 7K or something to a Russian guy. And I thought I was getting the deal of a lifetime. Now they're 55K, 60K.
Like the Dragon Lord
50K. One sold recently, 50K. They went down.
From about $2,000 to about $4,000. The player count was going up, prices were going up, this shit was hype. And in 2020, the game was heading into a brave new world.
Aztec.
A world that would be driven by China, and driven by it in more ways than one. The start of 2020 was quiet. Valve didn't do a whole lot. But the rest of the world was not quiet. Instead, a highly infectious flu variant had exploded in the city of Wuhan and then spread across the rest of the world,
Cheers, my
forcing
friends.
everyone to stay inside. And because masturbating stops being fun after a while, a lot of people started playing a lot more CS. Fun memories, am I right, guys? It also got major shit canned indefinitely. We'll get back to that next year. Skin prices went up as well, although again that is nothing compared to what's coming next year. And it was only in April that things really kicked off. Firstly, Valve massively cucked the SG553, crashing its price and ejecting it from the competitive meta. They also added the Prisma case, pretty cool case.
I remember, I showed this as well before. The OGs will know, bro. While this SG was so in meta, bro, because there were so many Chinese collectors, bro, who wanna have an expensive skin for every gun. Like, there's skins like this now. I'll just show you one example, but there's multiple. Bang. Like, one guy, for example, applied a Titan Holo. At the time, it was worth like 10K or something on the SG Integral. And then it got nerfed, like, immediately.
And the Shattered Web case.
There's another 4 XL resist, for example.
Unexpectedly got discontinued at the end of the operation, and even though this had happened during the last operation as well, it still caught people off guard, and the price of the case went up a lot. Or at least, it went up a lot until Valve released the Fracture case. This case contained all the same knives as the first Prince Stream skin, and was an instant hit, completely fucking over everyone who'd invested in Shattered Web cases. But here's the thing. the fracture case released in August, and basically nothing had happened in the meantime. And I don't mean by that the community was dead or anything, in fact it was bigger than ever. There were plenty of minor community events like Valve deleting the inventory of the gambling bot that some YouTuber was publicly given by CSGO Empire, stuff like that. But on the Valve front...
Wait, what was this? I don't remember this. Steam just decided to wipe this trade banned gambling accounts, knives and weapons. Ooh, I remember. Additionally, Steam community bans the main account, which had no relation to the account won in the giveaway. Lol.
Given by CSGO Empire, stuff like that. But on the Valve front, nothing was happening, and this was going to be a theme from here on out. The game might have been bigger than ever, but where was Valve? What the hell were they up to? Anyway, in November, HFB, that legendary collector I mentioned earlier, accidentally made his inventory public and it all got registered on float.db. Within hours, I was on stream exploiting the situation by cataloging everything with Zipple and ohnePixel, and this annoyed HFB. Not because I made a video, but because the database hadn't actually registered everything, so Zipple had underestimated his inventory's value. So he went out of his way to unprivate his inventory again and got everything else added. And in December, after a very long and drawn out wait, we finally got another operation, Broken Fang.
I love that day, bro. We were all just yapping in the call, bro. We were all just yapping in the call, like, look at this souvenir triangle. Look at this, bro. It was so sick. And we were discussing like prices and stuff.
Was basically a copy of Shattered Web that was worse in every conceivable way, aside from arriving...
No shot we had 100 pauses. No shot we had 100 pauses. No shot we had 100 pauses. Is that a good or bad thing? Guys, is it okay when I yap out a little bit? When I throw out the yap? Like this is to me like childhood. It's what I love. I love skins, bro. I love yapping about it, okay? Okay, nice.
Its co-op mission was much shorter.
We are used to it, alright?
The operation skins were abominable low effort shit, and it was clear that a lot less resources had been put into it. But the community appreciated it, and although 2020 was a wretched, miserable year for humanity, it was a great year for Counter-Strike and for skin prices. An M9 Tiger Tooth, for example, had gone from $400 to $550, and a field-tested Fire Serpent had gone from $400 to $600. But this was nothing compared to the madness that was about to come in 2021. The world might have finally been starting to get back to normal, but the game would never be the same again.
Oh!
2021
Vertigo where you could jump out in the middle. The OGs remember.
To get back to normal, but the game...
Oh my days. Oh my god, bro. You could just push middle and like jump down there, bro. Oh, you could also go from middle to B, like with the sandbag. Oh my days.
Would never be the same
good
again.
Times, good times.
2021 also started slowly. Valve did release some stickers to raise money for the major they never had in 2020, including for teams like 100 Thieves who'd just cut their CS team and never came back. And because these stickers were released in a different format to previous majors, a lot of people, including me, assumed they'd never go on sale, and some of them even invested big money into the stickers. This ultimately proved to be a financially suboptimal move though, as Valve slapped a 75% discount on the stickers in April, ruining a ton of people and also literally breaking the Steam market.
Bro, I thought I was cooking heavy, bro, heavy. Oh my god. And I remember, Chin, like I bought them, and then they kept going down. And I always kept buying more. I was like, this can't be it. Like, this can't be it. Like, I'm just getting them at a discount. I kept stocking up. Oh man. They never went up.
People tripped over themselves buying, opening, and selling the 25-cent sticker capsules. It was so bad, Valve had to release a statement. May produced a snakebite case, it's shit, let's move on, and in June, things actually started happening. Firstly, Valve released an update that prevented non-prime accounts from getting in-game drops. There were tons of non-prime accounts doing case farming at the time, and a bunch of other bad things this update was trying to stop, so Valve came in and fucking nuked the entire thing. You can see just how many bot accounts were wrecked by this
Wow.
just by looking at the play numbers that month, and if you ignore the negative 20 IQ takes by the media about this being a bad sign for CSGO, this would have big consequences for the market because suddenly there were a lot less cases being dropped. But those consequences wouldn't come yet because something much bigger was happening. You see, June 2021 was the high watermark for dumbfuck stupidity on the skins market, perfectly symbolized by a notorious trader called Luna who stumbled into the space and dropped a ridiculous record-breaking sum on Titan Hollows, which had peaked at over $50,000 following several years of hysteria. He also started buying all sorts of other random skins that made no sense, probably believing that CS players were a bunch of dumbasses that he could leave holding the bag, and
Bro, look at this. He bought blood pressure gloves and black ties. He bought like, how much did he? I think he owned like almost 50% of the blood pressure minimal wear. I think more than 50% of the blood pressure minimal wear supply. And he thought if he owns almost all of the supply, they have to come to him. Like he was getting the monopoly of this item. You understand? I think it could have actually played out well. If only he gave it some more time. Like, he was just like, he gave up after 2 weeks. I remember I did it on the small scale at one point. Is this allowed, by the way? A friend of mine did this on the small scale for Falchion Blue Gems. He bought #1 pattern Falchion knife, case hardened, 494, well worn, field tested, well worn, for like $500 each. Like 3 of them. And then all of a sudden, Chinese collectors started popping up. They were trying to get a #1 Blue Gem collection. And then they had to come to my friend. And then you could sell them for double. Bang. Double the amount. Because you could only get them from him.
Luna's lunacy was just a symptom of the broader brain rot.
But with a liquid item like this, he should have done it with something else. He should have done it with something else. Something that people use, like that everyone could use, but which is still kinda rare, but still kinda affordable. Like black ties minimal wear. What was he thinking, bro?
That had infected the scene. Getting good price graphs for this period can be a bit challenging. I'm having to use my old videos from the time, but basically, over the space of 3 months, high-end skins doubled in price. Why this happened is still unknown, but what's not unknown is that this was unsustainable and caused a catastrophic crash that the market would spend well over a year recovering from. Not that any serious player on the market was actually worried. An obvious bubble may have burst, but in the long run, that was probably a good thing. Except for Luna, anyway. He lost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Bro, this guy was max like FOMOing, bro. This guy was max FOMOing. He saw Titan holders hella increased over the years. He bought all the Titan holders. She saw NFTs going nuts. CryptoPunks always seeing like zombie CryptoPunk just sold for 100 mil. He made a tweet, I remember. Trading 10 Titan holders for zombie CryptoPunk. Bro, and he had this tweet out, bro. He deleted it after 2 hours because people were like, they were like making fun of him. I still wonder what he's doing now. I still think that he hopped onto the NFT train because he was always foaming onto the newest thing, and it was NFTs. All of a sudden, he stopped CS. I still think that he probably burnt himself on NFTs, ultimately.
And stormed out of the scene looking like an idiot. Anyway, 2021 was a pretty interesting year. In August, a $750,000 trade may or may not have happened in China for a souvenir Dragon Lore and a StatTrack minimal wear 661. If this trade wasn't a hoax, it would be the biggest transaction to ever happen in the history of skins, and there was almost an even—
I remember this, bro. There's a video where they drive to the airport and you see them like doing the trade, exchanging like money and shit.
Would be the biggest transaction to ever happen
Maybe,
in the
maybe
history
not.
of skins, and there was almost an even bigger one. In September, Newbrage, owner of the $100,000 Cranbrook Blue Gem, blew off a €1.2 million offer someone made for it via ohnePixel.
Bro.
This may—
Like, what? And I thought, oh my god, I will be part of history. Like, zack, the biggest trade ever coming in. Like, no shot is declining this. Hey, someone wants to offer 1.2 mio in BTC. He told me to tell you. Let me know if interested. Not interesting. Interested. 1.2 is low. Zack.
a €1.2 million offer someone made for it via ohnePixel. This may seem insane, but Newbrage did not need the money and the offer may not have been genuine anyway. And in September,
It was. Can I say who it is? I don't think so. But it was. It's years ago, no? It's years ago. It was a marketplace owner. Let's just say that.
September, we got Operation Riptide. Now, unlike previous operations which had been a copy and paste job, this operation was a rushed
not
copy
simple.
and paste job. It released with a ton of bugs, it didn't have story missions, it did have good skins, so that's the plus, but just like with Broken Fang, it really seemed like Valve weren't putting in the effort. I mean, what the fuck were they doing in that office? How hard is it to copy and paste an operation?
I wonder.
Anyway, in November, with the pandemic mostly over, we finally had another major, this time at Stockholm. It was a good event. Its stickers were really, really nice, although Valve, in their infinite laziness, forgot to get player signatures in time for the major, which was a problem for the souvenirs given they're meant to have signatures. Instead, they were replaced by these map stickers which completely robbed souvenirs of any identity whatsoever and left them as soulless husks of their former selves.
Yep.
Like, what the hell, Valve? How hard is it to get fucking signatures done on time? Anyway, the year would end with a streamer called PSP1G manipulating the price of the orange 1G graffiti for shits and giggles and getting a bunch of people temporarily banned, Chad move, and all in all, 2021
I
had been
remember.
another great year.
I think Arrow got banned as well. Because, like, I also had some of these, no? And then some people started cashing out, bro. They just got straight up banned. 1G. This one clip, bro, where you're hyping it up, like pumping it hella. On fucking, I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, on the map Insertion, bro. This one clip. I remember a clip of you pumping it, 1G sticker, on Insertion. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. With like hype music and stuff, you're like, this is the 1G, bro. Like, what?
For the game.
man.
Sure, prices hadn't moved much because of all the turbulence and because COVID was over and the bots had been nuked, player numbers were down, but the community was upbeat and there was a sense that things were in a good place. And surely, Valve had some amazing stuff planned for 2022, right? 2022 kicked off with
Hey?
a
Why is he saying it with this undertone? They were cooking on CS2, cuh?
hotly anticipated release, the Dreams and Nightmares case. This case was meant to feature the best skins selected from a competition hotly contested by the workshop's most talented artists. But when the case finally dropped, it turned out Valve had somehow managed to only include skins that looked like shit. Or at least, that's what
This was a scam, by the way, no? I swear on God, this felt like, oh my God, they're giving so much back to the community. Was it a $1 million content? I think each guy who made it into the case got 100K, no? Bro, it's so much more if you make it the normal way.
Valve had somehow managed to only include skins that looked like shit. Or at least, that's what people said at the time. Today, it's the most popular case in the game, so who fucking knows. The following month, February, the Chinese collector QKSS had his new account, which also had over $1 million of skins in it, banned as well,
No.
and then deleted. It wasn't clear what he'd done exactly, but it was impressive that he managed to lose all of his skins.
I remember. Why did this happen? Do we still not know? Chat, he keeps coming back, keeps spending millions because he loves the game still. And he keeps getting fucked. How?
What he'd done exactly, but it was impressive that he managed
Maybe they found out that he made a new account or something. Maybe someone snitched. Like, alt accounts are not allowed. And does Steam care if he has $1 million on it? No. Oi, oi, oi.
to lose all of his skins. Twice. By March, Stockholm stickers, which had started off pretty flat as investments were picking up steam, many of them more than tripled in value over the space of a couple of months.
Nikita, remember when we were on a call, bro? And I was telling you, like, or like, we were all discussing it. I was like, yo, guys, like, this makes a lot of sense. I remember. And Nikita started for me. He was like, oh my God, I'm buying right now. And, bro, it was off stream. Bro, and I now as well, I have a bunch of mouse holders and stuff and entropy holders. And the PSP as well.
But
Oh, man.
this boom was short-lived when Valve decided they liked Stockholm stickers so much they were going to release them again for Antwerp.
Patches?
This
Did I share the patches one? I didn't remember that.
stopped the Stockholm stickers in their tracks, and Antwerp stickers were heavily overbought, or at least that's what it seemed like at the time. Either way, they were pretty dead for the rest of the year. In June, HFB, that collector who leaked his inventory, got hacked. The entire community watched on in horror as the hackers emptied his inventory.
Dude, this was a scary day. This was a scary day, bro. Jesus. He got fucking hacked because of this fucking Steam. The intruders some people that have access that work on support, apparently from Russia, that have support that have access to stuff that because they work as a contractor on the support or whatever, and they can get phone information, email information, and everything. And then they sold it to people who came to them. They said, yo, I want information for this account. They looked in their fucking support system stuff for that account, gave them the fucking info. And then the buyer of that information went to real Steam support and said, hey, I'm trying to recover my account. Jesus. An inside job of contractors who work at Steam support, who have access to a database and sold information. Probably my information got sold as well. My Steam information, which is like probably of all streamers. I wouldn't be surprised if not. Like Arrow PSP, zack, yeah, give me PSP, give me Arrow, bang, done. SteamDB, are we getting an update? Oh, baby girl. That would be nice. Yeah, but this is crazy. You only get affected by this. They only targeted accounts that have been inactive for multiple months, like half a year at least, I think, which was HFB, for example. So then Steam support was kind of loose. You only needed to give them info about your account, and you got your account back. Else they were super, like, that's why it's recommended to at least sign in once every couple of months into your Steam account. Else it can get recovered by someone, if you have expensive skins, who just contacts support, says, hey, I'm trying to get into my old account. Yeah. Always log into your account if you have some decent stuff on it once a month or something, and you should be good.
Entry in plain sight. But Valve stunned everybody when they actually stepped in to return all the stolen skins and even admitted it was their fault. And it gradually became apparent afterwards that a lot of people were being hacked, including QKSS. That's what actually happened to him. Although, after HFB, it seems like Valve actually did something to stop it. In August, the huge trading site CS Money got hacked as well. This was a different type of hack that was completely unrelated to what happened to HFB, but the hackers still stole millions in—
Still don't know this, or? Do we know the CS Money hack, what happened? I don't even know.
skins, and also sent out tons of stuff to traders to try and confuse the situation and cover their tracks.
This was
Not
crazy.
that it worked. The idiots behind this hack
Bro,
actually—
this was so funny, I swear. They hacked CS Money. Okay, it wasn't funny, but no, it was funny. They hacked CS Money, like they're bots. They had full access to it. And so Steam support doesn't think that, oh yeah, everything, like they just got hacked. No, they they sent trades to random CS Money users. Like some people on Twitter, they just kept posting, just received a trade from CS Money for free knife. Anyone else? And there were so many people just getting free skins because they tried to make it look normal, like zack, nothing happening. And I think as well maybe for internally. So the people who work, probably they target them overnight while everyone else was sleeping. So no alarm systems went off, like, oh yeah, everything normal. Bro, crazy.
the situation and cover their tracks. Not that it worked. The idiots behind this hack actually made their accounts absurdly easy to spot, and Valve had banned them all within a couple of days. Oh, and to celebrate CSGO's 10th birthday, Valve gave us a sticker capsule. It's a cool capsule, don't get me wrong, but most people were still pretty underwhelmed. But in fairness, Valve was probably busy with the new operation, so we had to cut them a bit of slack. In October, Valve released stickers for the Rio Major. Unlike Antwerp, they didn't copy Stockholm this time. These ones are sort of new, but they were also not very well received and people didn't get that excited about them. But what did get people excited that month was ohnePixel's attempt to open a Titan Hollow. Legend has it that that moment is hanging on the walls of Valve's offices to this very day. Anyway, heading into November, there was
On the fucking NT wall. Bro, and on a piece of paper.
hanging on the walls of Valve's offices to this very day. Anyway, heading into November, there was a lot of excitement about the next operation. People were really keen to see what the next set of knives was going to look like. I made about 35 videos hyping up these things and saying they were just around the corner. And
Classic.
on the 18th of October, the end of year update finally dropped. It had 4 lines of text. This was a big update in some respects. Anubis was an exciting change to the competitive map pool, and the changes to weapon balance were a pretty big deal. It even affected the price of AWPs for a little bit, but there was no new content, no new operation. In fact, it was clear the operation was not coming. So what the fuck was Valve doing in that office? Where the fuck were the updates? Where had the content gone? It was clear something wasn't right. But what was it? Despite the lack of new stuff, 2022 ended well. Player numbers were up, prices were up, one guy sold an AK for over $400,000 in December, a record for an individual skin at the time. It was a good time for
Zippel, that's my boy. That's my boy.
December, a record for an individual skin at the time.
Hey,
it was.
I'll say it right here, bro. I'll say it right here. Zack, quick little integration, bro. Hey, quick little get the yapping emoji out. Zippel and I, the guy who sold the 500k AK on behalf of Lucas, Zippel and I, we own a marketplace. Yeah, skimmer.com if you want to buy or sell some skins for cash. Skinport, for example, well, of course, a competitor of ours, another option, has first of all higher fees than us, 12%. We have 8% fee, no hidden cash out fee or anything else, 0% buying fee. Their bots have been banned recently. They made a whole announcement and stuff. So everybody who had skins listed on Skinport, kinda like was like, hey, what's going on? Kinda had their stuff locked. That's a problem. That's what happens if you use bots. We don't use bots. We use the same system as Buff, but you can actually cash out, which is API trading, which means you can list the skin for a price. Oha. This icon is new. We changed something today, W. I haven't seen this yet. Oh my god! Dude, and I was texting the group today. Yo, guys, like, when are we getting the new UI update? Holy shit, I haven't seen this yet. Do you remember before? This was like a list. Like, it looked much worse. W, bro. Lol, I put some fire under the ass today. W boss, by the way. Zack. Oh, man, I have to talk to the boys. Like, this looks great. Bang. You can list the skin. If this was your knife, you can list it. And then it's listed for everyone on the site to see. And only when someone buys your skin, that's when the skin leaves your inventory. We never touch any of your skins. We never even touch any of your money. Because we handle everything through ADN. Yeah, that's our payment provider. If someone buys the skin gets sold. You get your balance. The guy gets the skin. Money stays on ADN, which is a huge company. They work with Steam, with eBay, with Skinport as well. So yeah, that's how it works, API trading. Someone just bought the item, waiting for him to add this payment method. He got 20 minutes. If he doesn't add it, it will get relisted. I get an email if he did add this payment method. So I send out my skin. Yeah. Zack, it's all automated. There's no risk of losing your skins because our bots get banned. We have no bots. We never hold your skins. We have everything available. You can just list your stuff. Yeah. Kuss. If you use Skimbit, if you buy or sell anything, tag me on Twitter. Yeah. Last thing that I want to say. Why? Because I check it out all the time. You use my site, you support me, bro. I want to see it. I want to fucking at least give a like back. Yeah, that's the least I can do. Just sold this on Skinbet. Zack, AK Redline, Nutty with Cat 14 stickers. He sold it. Don't know how this got sold, but sold it for 248 euros on Skinbet. Bang. 1x 3D Max, 1x LDHC. We have a lot of people saying, yo, try to sell it on this site. It didn't sell. Just list it on Skinbet. See how it goes. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, you didn't commit anything. Because again, it doesn't leave your inventory. Selling the last of my skins, link in replies. I'm always here buying, liking stuff. GG Skinpot. Should have used Skinbet where you don't have to send. Okay. Didn't remember that I liked this one. Didn't mean to. Whoops. Of course, I feel bad for Skinpot. Snipe these two beauties off of Skinbit for a good price. I'm in love. Bang. Again, 0% buying fee. And again, 8% selling fee. Much lower than Skinport, Skin Baron. And yeah, this is what it looks like when you sell something. Kuss to whoever bought it, bro. Hello? Okay, stop clicking the link, guys. Mods, spam the link after I'm done. No, wait, bro. Yeah, okay, Kuss, Jesus. Bro, if too many people in my days. Okay, Zack, this is what it looks like. Bang, it will tell you the page on which the item is. Yeah, page 1, top left. Zack, Kuss. For buying it, free €1. Shit. Kuss, my driller. Bang, this is what it looks like. Then I accept the trade on my phone, and then once it's accepted, balance in my inventory, in my Skinbit balance, and then I can cash it out to my bank account directly. Again, we use ADN, fastest, securest. You already know. Bang. Kuss, 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 kuss. If you use Skim it again, tag me on Twitter, and that's it. Now the yapping session is over. Kuss, guys, kuss.
Over $400,000 in December, a record for an individual skin at the time. It was a good time for Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which was a very big contrast to 2023, because 2023 was going to be the end of it.
Oh.
It began on Twitter. Slowly, leak after leak. Rumors about Source 2 had existed for a long time, since like 2017, but in 2022, bit by bit, actual discoveries had been happening. And by the start of 2023, it was clear it was actually coming. It wasn't vaporware, and people were getting...
Chat, do you know what I remember, bro? The waiting room, bro, where Arrow and I were the staple, no? Like, just us two chilling, bro, all night long, yapping. If something happened on the database or on Twitter, we fucking showed it immediately. Everyone just there waiting, hyped for CS2. Bruder, the waiting rooms, man.
Hyped. Player numbers were up, skin prices were up,
Loved
the
it.
community was buzzing, and it seemed like things couldn't be better. Now, a few things were still happening. In February, the final CSGO case ever released, the Revolution case. This case reused the clutch gloves from 2018, an obvious sign that Valve was saving new goals for Source 2. It also featured a blatant copyright violation that forced Valve to change one of their skins for something else. And at the same time this was happening, a small trading site called CSGO EXO got hacked and lost 700k of skins. Just like with CS Money, Valve intervened and returned the skins, but unlike CS Money, the owner shut down the site afterwards and doesn't seem to have compensated users. So in other words, he turned a hack into an exit scam. However, it was in March that things really got cooking, because after years of waiting, Valve finally announced CS2, and the game looked amazing. In a very literal sense. Like, the skins in it looked really good. They were bright, they were shiny, a bit too shiny to be honest.
Yeah.
And as stupid and superficial as that sounds, this had massive consequences, because it made the price of skins skyrocket.
Oh,
now,
man.
to be clear, obviously, CS2 was more than just a visual overhaul that made your Doppler knife blind you. It was a complete rebuild with a ton of promised features that got the community incredibly hyped. But this, combined with the fact you could run a solar plant on the glow from your Karambit Sapphire, got people spending in a crazy way. Prices were nearly at record highs when the announcement happened. 18 months of
Bro,
steady...
what's just the common mindset, no? Of everyone saying, no matter where you ask, if you ask streamers, if you ask on Reddit, if you ask on Twitter, it was always, keep it until CS2 comes out, it will probably go up, and then sell. And everybody just kept buying, kept holding, up until CS2 came out, and bro, it just went up, when it actually came out. Well,
The increases had basically
I
reversed
never said it, by the way. I never said it. I always said, I don't know if that will happen. Nada, and don't say Kappa Class Deluxe. I never said it.
the crash of 2021, but when CS2 was announced, prices went from record highs to fucking looking like this. They went up, then they went up some more, then they went up some more after that. It also caused case unboxing rates to go up 150% compared to the start of the year, and this, combined with the decreases to drop rates that I mentioned years and years ago, led to the community basically running out of cases. So
Mods, you can unban Kappa. I forgot. Oh god, we blacklisted Kappa because Golden Kappa hype train. Everyone just was just getting Kappa.
their prices started looking like
I
this
forgot,
too.
Woody.
And you know those dead major stickers I
I
mentioned
was
from
like, why is there no Kappa Class Deluxes?
Antwerp and Stockholm? They skyrocketed in price as well. This one literally
Yeah.
caused mental breakdowns in some members of the community. So suddenly, skins were at a brand new all-time high. The community was completely euphoric, and it was all but inevitable something would go wrong. And it was actually quite a few things. In April, Valve dropped the Anubis package in preparation for the upcoming Paris Major. These were pretty cool skins, but otherwise unremarkable. But what was less cool is what Valve did at the Paris Major, which was to give the community the Stockholm stickers 3.0.
Bruh.
Well, to be real, these stickers were pretty good, but they were so good the community spent $110 million on them, apparently thinking that the Antwerp and Stockholm mega stonks were going to happen again. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Paris stickers bombed as investments, and brought down the Antwerp and Stockholm stickers with them, although on the bright side the money was really good for the pro scene. In June, Valve changed the way that cases dropped to be a reliable once a week occurrence. This nuked a lot of case farmers for a bit anyway, although it didn't matter heaps since unboxings were coming down anyway, but by this point, it was becoming clear that the skins hype that Seas2 had kicked off had been a bit premature. The price of everything was falling again, and by the end of July, many skins had lost the majority of the increase Seas2 had gotten them. And in the meantime, the girls were fighting. And by girls, I mean gambling sites. Basically, the owner of one dodgy gambling site targeted another dodgy gambling site for being a dodgy gambling site, resulting in a bunch of extremely embarrassing drama and getting a whole bunch of people trading on that gambling site trade banned, although ultimately nothing really ended up happening. And then,
I remember.
In September, Seas2 finally came out. Was the wait worth it? Well, the community didn't think so. CS2 released patently unfinished, many features that had been present in CSGO were missing, there were some serious rough edges to the gameplay, some of the promised features like FAQ Live didn't seem to be there at all, and the most hype gaming release of 2023 was met with widespread disappointment by the players, many of whom quit. YouTubers opportunistically jumped in to pan the game, not that I'm in a position to criticize, and the skins market tanked. A year?
Chad, how do we have this many players right now? Like, how are we recovering players even though isn't the cheater problem still absolutely insane? What I'm scared about is that cheaters higher than ever, but player numbers kind of the same. Are people just converting to fucking cheaters? Like, this is bad because you have to realize, like, shit like this snowballs. What is the main reason why someone starts cheating in a video game? Because they got cheated on. If you get cheated on, a lot of people, first thing they think about is, okay, it's if they do this, like, I do it to them, I fucking, like, and that's what happens. It just snowballs. It snowballs. It's gonna be hard to get it set right. I hope then it's not going into this direction where it will become kind of unfixable, you know, because because fucking all of a sudden 40% of the player base is all cheating, you know.
Started so promisingly was ending in disaster. It's March 2024. Where are we now exactly? After months of constant updates, CS2 is in a much better place. One particular massive open wound remains, but the game has improved. After a very long drought, we finally got some more skins updates, the Kilowatt case which brought the Kukri knife, Zeus skins, and also your Grandma's China to Counter-Strike.
Because you also have to realize, it's becoming harder and harder to fix. The more cheaters there are, aka the more time you give them until there's an actual anti-cheat, because right now we don't have one, the more money you're giving to the cheat providers, no? The more business you give them, the more opportunities you give them to fucking evolve their cheats, make them more undetectable. I don't know how it works, but you know what I mean? You're giving them more money because you're not fixing the problem. There's more and more people getting into it. It's going to be harder to counter. They're going to be more powerful. They're going to have more resources.
And also a sticker update that brought a whole new way to be socially inappropriate to the game. There's even been a new #1 skin discovered. It turned out that a StatTrak factory new scar pattern existed all along and just belonged to some rich guy who didn't care and couldn't be bothered to show it. Play numbers are up, prices are up, case openings are up, sapphires are still ruined, and there's even whispers of an operation after the major. Is the nightmare over? Maybe. Time will tell. But one thing is for sure, I don't think this story ends anytime soon. And with that, this video is finally done.
No.
If you've enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Massively appreciated. Otherwise, trust the numbers,
the research.
Not your guts. I'm Jesus. Thanks for watching. See ya.
Dude. Like, how nice is that, bro?